guys, my name is Bobby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing the mid-year book freakout tag 2019. So this tag goes around every June around book 2. I've seen it done by multiple people, and now I get to do it because this is my first mid-year being on book 2. I'm almost to my 1 year. My 1 year is in August, so middle of the year, this is where you start freaking out. I'm already freaking out. I am nowhere. I'm behind in my Goodreads goal. I projected myself to read 80 books. I've only read 34. Like, I need to hurry up and read at least 6 this month in order to keep on track. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, wait, no, I need to read 6 more. Oh, shit. I'm in trouble. I need to kick up my reading. But anyways, there are 13 questions. Some of them are doubled up because I just couldn't help myself. But let's just get into it. So the first question is, best book you've read so far this year? And this was easy. That's easily The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne. This book was amazing. It was fantastic. It was hard-hitting. It caught me by surprise a little bit. Definitely, like, easy 5 stars. I bought his other book, A Ladder to the Sky. Yes, and Vicki and I are going to read that in February of next year. Because we're overachiever planners, moms and stuff, and we've already got all of our buddy reads planned out for the rest of the year and into next year now. Because we do a buddy read every other month. We buddy read one this month, so we've got it picked out for August, October, December, and now February. We're overachievers. But this is by far the best book I've read so far this year. I don't know if anything will top it. The only thing I could see topping it would be Dark Dawn. Possibly. But Jay Kristoff is an asshole when he comes to killing people, so we'll see. But so far, this one is definitely number 1. Okay, number 2, best sequel you read this year, and that is, where are you? Holy Sister by Mark Lawrence. This is the 3rd book in the Book of the Ancestor trilogy. I also read Grey Sister this year. I liked Holy Sister better than Grey Sister. Grey Sister was good, but I liked Holy Sister better. It's the conclusion. It was 100% action. It was 100% amazing. I cannot recommend this series enough. I think this is like gonna overtake as my legacy book over The Savior's Champion, I think, because I talk about this just as much. Definitely the best sequel I've read this year. Number 3, best new release you haven't read yet. Okay. So the first, I have 2 for this. The first one is Inspection by Josh Malerman. I don't even know if I've hauled this yet. I haven't done a haul in a while, and I don't remember everything I bought. Like, this is where I have to go back and watch my last haul and be like, okay, this is all the shit I've bought since then. This is the author of Bird Box. I loved Bird Box. Bird Box was amazing. I hated Unburied Carol. I DNF'd it. It was terrible. So this is his next one. I know he's writing a sequel to Bird Box called Mallory. I think that comes out in May 2020, I think, or March 2020, sometime next year. So this, like, I've heard mixed reviews about. I know Lala really wants to read it as well, but it's like about these 2 schools in the middle of the woods. One doesn't know about the other. One is full of boys, one is full of girls. They have no names, just letters as their names, so they're A to Z, boys and girls. J and K, J boy, K girl, run into each other, meet in the woods somehow, and they've never seen somebody of the opposite sex before. Sounds interesting. The premise sounds interesting, but Josh Malerman can go either way. I mean, Bird Box was fucking amazing. Love that book. But I hated Unburied Carol. So I'm really nervous to read this one. I think that's why I put it off. I've had this book for a couple months. I believe it came out in March, and I still haven't picked it up yet. I think I'm kind of scared too. Because, I mean, it's not very long. It's pretty standard, but I'm afraid I'm going to hate it. And then the next one is The Huntress by Kate Quinn. This came out this year. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I think April over at Getting Hug With It didn't like it as much. But this is, it's a historical fiction. I don't know if it's based anywhere on truth. I know it's based a little on truth, but I don't know how much of it is truth and how much is just fiction. But it's about this woman who's being hunted. And she helped the Nazis somehow. Like, I don't know if she's like one of the Nazi nurses or doctors that did unspeakable things to Jewish people during the Holocaust. And, like, she escaped and wasn't, tried for her crimes or whatever. And so it's like 2 timelines, like from back then and then now. And I think in the now timeline, it's kind of hinted at that she is married to the main character's dad and is her stepmom. I don't know. It just seemed really interesting and intriguing. It's just kind of a chunk of book. But I really want to read this one. I think I'm going to try to fit it in July. I don't know, but I really want to get to this soon. Okay, so number 4, most anticipated for the rest of the year. You want to take a guess? Is anybody surprised? Dark Dawn by Jay Kristoff. This was supposed to come out this year. Oh, was it this year? No, last year. No, it's supposed to come out in late 2018. It was supposed to come out in like December of 2018, I think, and he pushed it all the way back to September of 2019. We've been waiting. That is definitely my most anticipated release. Hands down. I don't even have another answer because that's all I can think about. Number 5, biggest disappointment of the year so far, Killer Across the Table. I was so excited for this book, and as you saw in my wrap up last month, it was a huge disappointment. I really didn't like this. I DNF'd it. By far the biggest disappointment. Biggest surprise. Biggest surprise of the year, which I haven't wrapped this up yet. I haven't even hauled this yet. Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. I read this month, in the month of June, so you'll see this in my wrap up. Not that I didn't think this book was going to be good. It was 5 stars. Not that I didn't think it was going to be good, because Cody over at Cody's Book Corner had been pushing me to read it. I made her read The Savior's Champion. She's like, read Kings of the Wild. So I did. I fucking loved it. And it surprised me in that I knew it was a fantasy. I knew I'd probably enjoy it, but I wasn't sure how much. Like, I figured it'd be like maybe a 3 or 4 star. I didn't realize I'd love it. So it surprised me, the fact that I absolutely fucking loved this book. I'll talk more about it in my wrap up, but it's amazing. And I'm going to keep holding this up because this fits the next couple questions. Favorite new author? Nicholas Eames. And this is new to you or new author. This is his debut. I think this one came out last year because the sequel to this one's already out. Bloody Rose is the sequel to Kings of the Wild. Yeah, no, this came out in 2017. It's not talked about enough. Like, with all the fantasy lovers on BookTube, and this is adult fantasy, everybody read Kings of the Wild. Like, why aren't you guys talking about this book? It is fucking amazing. But yeah, he's my new favorite author, or a new one. Like, auto-buy, like, you're on my list. Bloody Rose is out, and I think there's a 3rd one coming out as well. Number 8 is newest fiction crush, or fictional crush. I don't get crushes on characters. I get crushes on TV characters. But, well, crushes. I mean, I'm an almost 35-year-old adult woman. Like, come on. But, like, book characters, I get attached to some book characters, but not in the way you would think. Like, not like that where I'm like, oh my god, I totally stan you and want to marry you. I mean, there are, like, couples that I stan and really like. That, you know, there's couples that I really love, but I don't get crushes on characters where I'm like, oh my god. Oh, wait! I take that back. That wasn't this year, this was last year. Rhett Butler. I could have said that last year. Rhett Butler, like, that man could come sweep me off my feet at any time. But I did not read that. I didn't read Gone with the Wind this year. I read Gone with the Wind last summer. So that doesn't count. So I don't have an answer for this one. Number 9, newest fave character. Moog from Kings of the Wild. He is a wizard, and he's fucking hysterical. He's like, he reminds me a lot of Arthur Weasley from Harry Potter. He's like fascinated by the dumbest things. He's really goofy and silly, and I loved Moog. He's definitely my new favorite character. A lot of the characters in here are amazing, and I absolutely loved. And then also, I really loved Ede in Priority of the Orange Tree. She's a badass bitch. Like, I really enjoyed her. She's also a new favorite character. Number 10, book that made me cry. I don't cry during books. I just don't. Like, I'm not a crier by nature anyways. I'm not that over emotional. So books don't make me cry, especially. Only one movie in my entire life has ever made me cry, and it still makes me cry to this day. But other than that, shit don't make me cry. But I've got one that made me cry out of frustration, and I read it this month. You'll see it in my wrap-up. That's Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. This didn't make me cry because I was sad. It made me cry in frustration, and you will find out more about that in my June wrap-up. Number 11, book that made you happy. Aurora Rising by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. This made me happy because I loved the Illuminate Files. I finished that off this year. And having a new sci-fi young adult trilogy from them just made me happy. And this is getting so many mixed reviews. Like, there's so many people who just fucking hated it. And I think it's because they keep comparing it to Illuminate. This book isn't Illuminate. Like, it's not. It's so different. And I loved it. Like, I'm sorry, I liked it. I thought it was fun. I liked that it was different. I liked that it went a different direction and wasn't just oh, we're going to follow these kids around the universe. I mean, granted, these kids are going to save the universe. I mean, duh. But what is happening in the universe is pretty cool and pretty unique. And I'm very interested to keep reading. Like, I want to know what happens. Like, I love this book. Like, and it made me happy reading it because it was like, yes. I was like, it's as good as I wanted it to be. Don't know why everybody throws it so much hate because I really loved it. Number 12 is the most beautiful book that you either were gifted or bought this year, and that by far is The Prior of the Orange Tree. This cover is fucking gorgeous. The dragon, I mean, it's just very old school fantasy, just the way it looks. Oh, I absolutely adore the cover of this book, but this by far is the most beautiful book that I bought this year. And number 13, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? All of them. I obviously need to catch the fuck up because my reading's been shit for the first 6 months if I've only read 34 things, and that includes, I think, yeah, it's at 34. And that includes the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books I've already read this month. God, that can't be right. It should be higher than that. I need to look at that because that doesn't seem right. It seemed like it was 34 when like 3 books ago when I finished. But I have a couple, like, need to read The Huntress, which I've already said. I need to read Inspection. I need to read Dark Dawn, of course. I need to read The Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. I've heard mostly, this is also really reflective, I've heard mostly really good things about this book. Some people don't really like it, but I've heard pretty good things, so I really need to read this one as well. I've got a couple other ones, like I really need to read Thunderhead, because The Toll comes out at the end of this year, and I really need to read Thunderhead so I can read The Toll. That's the second and third book in the Scythe, Arc of a Scythe series. The sequel to The Poppy War comes out this year. I'd like to read that one. Yeah, there's just all of the things. I just need to read all of the things. Okay, guys, that's it. That is my mid-year book freakout tag. I will leave all the questions down below in case you want to do it. Please let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books. Which ones of the ones I need to read should I prioritize? What are you guys excited about to read for the rest of the year? How are your reading challenges going? Please let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.